Hello and welcome to Moly Don. Now this is a windy one. My pal Tommy should be down there. I can see him there looking in his van. Or there's other fishermen getting waders on. There's a few down there. We're all going to the spot. It is 40-mile-an-hour gusts and torrential rain within the next half hour. Now I know I said I wasn't going to fish in rain again, but I am. And I'm going to do it in style. Right, I'm going to come round here now. The wind is going to be howling in, but I'm going for it, I'm doing it, and I'm going to have a fish. There's people getting the waders on, and the sea box is here. Tommy is here in his caddy. He's been waiting for me, he's keen. And here we are. Welcome to Moly Don. We're going to go over to the sandbar in a minute. There's Tommy. He's ready, he's keen. That wind is absolutely smashing in. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Right, I'm going to go and catch up with Tommy in there, and then we're going to get rolling. See you in a bit. Check how windy this is, people. Look at that sand. And I said in the last video that I wasn't going to fish in strong winds again. Well, I'll eat my hat because that is as bad as it gets. Just spoke to these two anglers at the car. They follow the channel, so good to see them. Hopefully one of us can get a fish out. But I think there's going to be rods going over and everything here, so let's give it a go, eh, Tommy?
Yep, definitely.
Let's give it a go. What the hell are we doing? This is really bad. I don't even know if you can hear me, because this is really bad. I feel like we're going into some type of abyss or something. You got to watch this mark too, because it can fill up this channel on you. You've only got like an hour or two after the low tide. I can't believe how bad this wind is. This could be an aborted session, or it could be a good session. Time will tell. We must be bloody crazy. Jesus Christ. I think there's going to be tripods going over everywhere here. Yeah, this channel fills up when the water turns, so you might not get out if you don't get out within an hour or two after the flood. Plenty of casts here, but it's a bit of a clay beach and like muddy. Look at this. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is what it's all about, the adventure. Oh my God. What are we going to do? It's a bit surreal. Guys, getting stronger the more we get out towards the end. Crikey. I'm going to go the other side of Tommy, because I think we're going to be all blowing and catching each other's lines. That's too strong, I think. Now we're in the thick of it. Oh my God. Wow. Woof. This ain't going to be pleasant. This ain't going to be pleasant. Anyway, welcome to Moly Don, where dreams are made and disasters happen. Now, if my camera stand doesn't go over today, I'll be amazed. Right, let's do it. This is absolutely crazy. The tripod's got over already. Within seconds, it's built up sand like that. I don't think this is fishable, to be honest, but we're going to give it a go. I won't be able to put the phone on the tripod, people. Let me spin you around. I definitely will not be able to put the phone on that tripod. Look at this. This is amazing though, isn't it? Wow. Look at that. Just for being out in this weather, you need to hit that subscribe button, because I need some subscribers from being out in this. That rod's going to go over in a minute. It's not even in yet. It's bouncing. I think I'm going to do the right thing and just fish with one rod at first. But look at this. This is absolutely crazy. Crazy on another level. The wind is blowing straight up the straits too, so whichever side you was, there's not really much shade. The seagulls dive in there. That's a good thing. I'm just going to start with a straight up peeler crab and go from there. We've got torrential rain coming too as well, but the phone is not going on that tripod. If I get something, I'll get Tommy to record, and if Tommy gets something, I'll record. I'm not risking that phone going over and smashing another microphone, so I've got more of them now again. I've even updated since the last video. I've got the version 2 of it. Wow, the reason I'm not rushing here at the moment is because it's about another hour till the tide turns, and I know this mark like the back of my hand. I do know this mark, and it only fishes when it turns. The fish must come through on the flood and come through. I've got water all over the camera lens. Is that clean? Can you see? Oh, it looks clean. Look at this. It's like we're in the Sahara Desert. That is just special but crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Oh, I'd love to get a fish from here today. Update, the rig is on. The rig is on. It's one of my pulley pedals, sliding up and down, 6-ounce gripper, and a bit of a peeler crab. It is horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous. I'm going to get this out now. I have set my camera tripod up. We'll just have to see how that goes, but let's see if we can get this in the water first. So here goes nothing. I hope that phone doesn't go over, because what's happening in that phone, in that camera, there's a receiver that clips in, and every time it goes over, I've done 3 in the last 3 or 4 weeks, it goes. But I'll show you what I've done in a minute. I'm only fishing one rod because I've used my noodles from Bluefin, and I've got like spikes sticking in the ground with the other bits of my rod, and I've also got my cool box tied to the front, so I can't see it going over. Oh god, how strong that is. It looks pretty settled and solid. If it goes, doesn't it? It's just another 50 quid for a receiver. That's the effort I put into these videos. So hit that subscribe button. You have to hit it. I don't know how this is going to cast, because obviously it's going to blow right round. I have had some good smooth hound sessions here over the years. The hounds are in the Menai. I've got the crab. I'd have liked to have got a big mackerel bait out at distance. We always catch good huss from here, but I'm just going to stick with the crab. I can't see us being here for longer than an hour, to be fair. That sand is blowing across. Ah! You can't look at it. And thanks to all the people that have ordered oddies. There's a few you ordered some oddies and some caps and that from the new merch. I've not got it on today. I've got my Bluefin hoodie on today, but yeah, thank you. All orders appreciated, and this wind is getting worse. I just hope that phone stays there and doesn't go bang, bang, bang. There's a big puddle behind it as well. God loves a tryer, doesn't he? It is so windy! Woohoo! Crikey! Fishing impossible. Fishing impossible. Right. There's a crab out at a decent distance. The wind's pushing in, the smooth hound's around. Just never know, do you really? You never know. I hope that lead sits. Can't be having these slack liners and that. Seems like it's sitting. Let's check that line lays all right. Yeah, it's moving a bit. It's moving, the lead's moving down. What I'm doing is I'm looking at the line going down, and I've got one of them houses in the background, and I can see it moving from one house to the next to the next. I'm not going to tighten up, I'm going to let it slacken and hopefully it'll settle. Which is not a bad thing, because fishing the pulley pennel, the water's going that way, so the pulley will be that way, and when the line slackens it'll drop it down to the deck, so that crab will be on the deck. It'll be presented really well, to be honest, on a slacker line with the way the wind's blowing. So I'm not overly concerned, and if a big hound comes along you're going to see a big bang on that. You do get some bass here. So I'll show you what I'm doing with this tripod now. This is brilliant. But we have to adapt to these things, don't we? We have to adapt and overcome. So this is what I've done to my tripod. That's full of crap. That's noodled on. I've used that rod as like an anchor. Tommy's in. He's got mackerel on one and he's got a crab on the other. Them guys down there are in. I'll bring you back if anybody has anything. If they catch anything, I'm going down to film them, because they can have a fish in the video. It saves me catching one. Wow. It is. Look at that. That is ridiculous, isn't it, Tommy? That is absolutely ridiculous. Now the rain is coming, and it's going to come in good by the look of it. The wind does seem to slow down a little bit, but now the rain's coming. I've had nothing on mine. Tommy does believe he's had a little slow pull down. Where is he? over there. Couldn't get my bearings then. Tommy does believe he's had a little slow pull down on his left rod on the mackerel bait, but I could only fish one rod because my other rod's an anchor for the tripod. If ever there was an excuse for a blank, it's now. I'll tell you what, I said the wind's died down. Look at this now. I've been watching the guys to my left and they've been pulling in big lumps of weed every cast, big lumps of kelp. So I'm a bit reluctant to get mine in just in case it's full of crap. Maybe we picked the wrong mark here, to be fair. Maybe we should have went... There's a space I like opposite, which is in a little cove, which we could have probably got in. It's real fishing now, isn't it? This is what it is. Could we have picked a better mark out the wind? Definitely. Should we have done? 100%. Did we? No. Did we help? But the tide's just started turning here now, and this is when it kicks off. Just depends if the fish are running. Depends if the fish are running through or not, don't it? But I'm going to bring that crab in and have a look. Can't really be recording what I want to record because the rain's out now. The phone's all right in the wind, it's not blew over. When the rain's out, I want to get it all soaked. Oh, real fishing though, isn't it? And just because it's real fishing, it's the way it is. We've all been here. We've all been here without trying to record. Imagine doing it while trying to record with camera equipment. It's even bloody harder. Right, let's get that rod in, see what's going on. Let's go and have a little look what's happening with that crab. If anything's happening. I'm kind of hoping that it has been crabbed and the crabs have ate the crab, because then it wasn't fishing. If it has been fishing all that time, I was plugged in. If it has been fishing all that time and the crab's still good, it's more likely there's no fish passing. But if it's been ate by crabs and there's no bait there, then obviously there could have been fish there. I'm kind of hoping now that the crabs have absolutely nailed it. That's what I'm hoping. I can see weed coming up on my line now. This is what you could call a mucky do. Let's have a look what's going on with the crab. What's going on with the crab? The crab has been crabbed. Still enough for a bite though, to be fair, but it's not a big oozing peeler crab. All the goodness has gone. The wind's picking up even stronger now. I thought it was dying down. So I'm going to chop that off, put a new peeler on. A big juicy one that's ready to pop. And, oh, Tommy's up. Fish, Tommy! No, thought he had a fish then, he's just reeling in. I'm going to put another peeler on, have a look through all the peelers we got and pick one that's ready to pop. You can't beat a peeler that's ready to pop. That was a mouthful. You can't beat a peeler that's ready to pop. That's like the pick up a penguin. So I'm going to have a look through and get one that's ready to pop. Because I've got more juices in when they're ready to pop. Get it back out. Go again. Tommy's got weed on his line. Your crab's still alright, mate? Yeah, it looks like Tommy's crab bait's still there intact as well. Oh, I know I just said it before, but if there was ever a reason to blank, this is it in this weather. You've got to let me off here, because the last 5 or 6 videos have been full of fish, every one of them. So if today's a blank, it is what it is. God, last month or the month before, we went through 4 blanks in a row, or 5 blanks in a row. We've had 4 or 5 good videos with good fishing in a row now. From the rays on the Mersey, to the bullocks, to the bass, to the smooth hounds, to the decent wrasse. We've been on a bit of a roll, but today, I'm unsure. Look at this windsurfer type thing here. What's this coming past, look? How's he hovering above the water like that? What's that all about? It's coming, it's a good job my rod won in, because he'd have come right into that then. You know, I know the sea's for everybody, but when you can see fishermen here, and you've got 10 mile of Menai Strait, and it's a quarter of a mile ride, why do you come that close to the fisherman? So I've found me a nice peeler. This is how I like to put mine on. I've just peeled him. He's a beauty. He's a juicy one. Shells come off nice and easy. I like to go for that back bit, behind the back leg, and there like that. So the hook is sort of to the side of the crab. I don't know if you can see that. I'm holding it. Oh, pull. The lead's on the floor. It's all banging. Let's put the lead there. So it sits like that. It would definitely be easier without trying to hold it up to a camera and the wind blowing it. So basically your hook's like that. Sorry? His mackerel's been stripped clean, Tommy's mackerel. I'm guessing that would have been crabs. And I like to concentrate first. You know the eye of the hook and where the line knot is? all round there, because that's what stops the hook from twisting. Like that. Tommy's here now in the box. And when you put it on like that, that hook then does not twist, look. I'll show you now. And then with the legs of the crab like that, like to wrap them up the line so it sits in position, in sit shoot, like that. And keep the crab looking pretty much as natural as possible. When you snap that off, got your hook there, and you can see that hook ain't turning, look. Doesn't turn. The legs of the crab are holding it in position. That'll be dangling in like that. That's what's been doing the business in the last couple of sessions on the hounds and the bass and that. So that's going back in. The tide has just turned. It's prime time. Can't really do no more. Well, I've just done a big talk and a big description of casting out, moving the tripod, showing everything about the crab and everything I do. And I wasn't even bloody recording. I've just, oh my God, it's getting bad. I've just showed everything, how to bait a crab off, like wading out and all the talk. And it's not gone on the camera, and it's raining now, so the camera's got to go away. It is real fishing. I need to get my electrics away. I'll see you when something happens. Update. Absolutely nothing has happened. I've had a couple more casts on the crab. I've had one more cast off camera. It is picking up worse. The rain is smashing in. I've got my microphone on. God, it's so good to have a proper microphone. The one I used in the last video was the B1 model. I've got the B2 now. It's a lot better. You don't get that, like, nasty... You might get a bit today, actually, in this. But anyway, let's stop talking about microphones. We're not going to break anymore. I've not seen any fish come out. And two guys at the end. There's water going all over the camera. Are holding the rods, because I think everything's going over. There's weed coming through. I could think of a million other places I'd rather be right now. But we're here, we're doing it. Oh, could be wind. I don't know what you can see because there's water all over the lens and everything. I don't want to get it all wet, so it's going to have to go away. I think it was just a wind bite. Jesus. But if you like the type of stuff I do, hit that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up or drop us a comment. While the rain is still coming, we've got a little bit of a break. I'm only bringing you back. I've put another couple of crabs on, keep casting, bringing back. A couple of minutes ago, I've just had what looked like a slow pull down, then a ping back up. Nothing brilliant. It could have well been a piece of weed at the line or something, but it was something. That rod's been in about 10 or 15 minutes, so I am going to change it and put a new crab out. But it definitely looked like it could have been a bite. We have been absolutely smashed here by rain and everything. I just really, really want to get a fish from here. And I've just said to Tommy as well, if my rod goes, because if I hit my rod, we're going to struggle to film it, like passing the camera around. So I think Tommy's going to have to hit my rod. We'll have to share the fish. We'll share it. But I'm going to get a crab back on and chuck it out, because it did look like it was a bite. There was definitely something happened, so I'll bring that in now and have a look at it. Sorry I can't show you too much of what's going on, but it's not one of them sunny days where the phone can record everything. It's atrocious. I'm just bringing you little bits, but we have been here for a few hours and no fish as yet. It's real fishing. Tommy's just had a bite. Yeah, it was a good bite. It was a good bite. I was just getting my crab on, hence the bait elastic on the floor.
Nope, not on yet.
No, right, I'll bring you back when something happens. Tommy's just had a bite, and I think I've had a bite too. It's happening. Update. About another 20 minutes has gone. I thought I had a bite. I'm pretty sure it was. Something happened. Tommy definitely had a bite. It was a couple of whacks and a pull down. The only problem we got is we're going to get kicked off this sandbar within the next probably 10 or 15 minutes, because it fills up round you and behind you. So we're not going to be able to fish it. We're going to have to get off it. But the bites do seem like they've just been starting. Me and Tommy have just been making a plan, and we're going to go back down to the North Wales coast tomorrow, where I've been having them, well, where the lads have been having the bass and the smooth hounds in my previous videos. We're going to get there, we're going to give that a good blasting. The tides are starting to get a little bit bigger, which means they go out a little bit further, which means them sandbars are a little bit longer, so we can get to the channels. So from tomorrow, and then going on through the end of the week, we should have a couple of good sessions there. Well, yeah, it's almost happened here. To be fair, the weather has calmed down a little bit. The wind's still as bad as it was, but the weather app said we had rain for like 4 hours solid, and we've had some heavy downpours, but it's been hit and miss. We've been having a bit, missing a bit, having a bit, missing a bit. So yeah, we've probably got another 10 or 15 minutes on here. I've just put a fresh crab out again. Part of me is saying put a big mackerel bait out because this is Huss Central. We catch so many Huss from this mark, but want to stick it out with a crab for a hound or a bass or something. I don't want to hit the Huss this time. I'm not saying I'd catch one if I put a bait out, by the way, but I do think there'd be a bit of action on a mackerel, but we'll just see. But yeah, we're going to get kicked off it soon. Let me just show you what happens. You got Tommy there, then people there, and what you got here, oh, that's strong wind. You got a dip in the channel behind there, and when the wind's pushing that way like it is, you can get like a bore of water coming round. And then you got a channel there, which is also filling up from that way. And before you know it, you can be on a little island here. But you keep your eye on it. It's not too bad when it's daylight and the tides aren't too big like this. But if you're on here at night and it's a big tide, it really, really doesn't take long till that just goes bush, and then that comes around that way, bush, and you waist deep before you know it. It really does fill up that quick when it comes. I've seen it come through that channel there like a bore before when the wind's pushing in. It's a big tide. It's just like you just see the water coming through at sort of that speed like that, and it just comes through. But we're all right for a little bit. It is starting to push in, you can see, but we're all right for a little bit. Come on, something's got to give. Something has to give. We have had a little bit of action. Got the seagull up there, look. So what you do get on here, you get a lot of casts. But I've heard it's like muddy and clay, and they're pretty much impossible to pump. You probably could dig them. I hear a big helicopter coming. I hear something. You probably could dig them, but me and Tommy was just saying, gonna have a go off there on high water so you can see where the watermark is. When it's blowing in here and ripping the beach up, because we think the bass and the hounds or whatever are going to be feeding over this bed. There's a lot of worm casts here, so we can sit on that wall, chuck it over and have a go. There's the helicopter, look. There. But as for it for now, it's not really happening just yet. These are probably the last casts as well, if you want the absolute truth. So we've got to get out of here, but come on. Just one big bite will do. We are done. We're getting cut off. And as you can see, I've just pulled in a massive piece of weed. So has Tommy, by the look of it. The weed has come through. The bites have stopped. We had that one bite, and then that was pretty much it. There's weed everywhere. It's time for us to get out of here. I'm going to the chip shop in Lanver, Biff Buff Goff Giff Garen or something, the longest name in Wales. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get me a burger or a sausage and chips, or hopefully some chicken and chips or something. I'm going to go and get an early night. Get a day's work done tomorrow, and then we're going to hit that Bass Beach tomorrow, where we've been having a bit of success. So give it a thumbs up and a subscribe if you don't mind, people. And I'll see you at the what? And I'll see you at the beach sometime. Bye.